Kaimon, can you kind of break down that final play, your role in it, coming from the opposite side of the next
Well, obviously, like you said, it was the final play. So I knew it was like whatever play they had to run, man, wherever they went, I wanted to go and be that person to make the play for my team, man. And they did a little, I think they did a little option to the side, or the quarterback scrambled to the other side. And I saw that Noah, he fitted up right he was supposed to. He surfed down, and he held up Chase Bryce right just enough so I could get across to the other side, man. And honestly, man, if it wasn't for Noah Taylor, I probably wouldn't have made that play. But for the fact that me and him made that play at the end, man, just to stop him like just this much on the goal line, man, that was surreal, man. I've been a part of that game-saving environment back in high school, and I haven't had that chance in college, and to experience that, that was surreal, man. I all glory to God on that play, for real.
What were the emotions like defensively in the fourth quarter? I mean, they scored 40. They kept coming back right when it seemed like you guys might have, scored a touchdown to put it away. What was it just like in the huddle?
I mean, defense feels its frustrations, just for the fact that, we held them to, I think it was a 20-something lead. And at halftime, just for that turnaround to happen in the fourth quarter, you obviously going to feel some frustration on the defensive end. But I feel like what was the best part about our defense is that we leaders amongst the defense were able to gather everybody together, like Ced Gray, Power Echols, everybody, Noah Taylor, Chris Collins, everybody like that was able to get everybody back in his own. Like, listen, there's some things that's not going our way, but all we got to do, we just got to stay to what we do. We have a motto, DWWD, do what we do, and that's all we have to do. We got to do what we do. We got to make plays. We got to make things happen, because offense is putting up some great points for us, and as a defense, we got to make sure these guys don't get in the end zone again. And so that's kind of like our mentality when things were going south, and obviously came down to the last play where we did what we did, and we ended up getting a win. So I feel like our mentality is a little shaken at first, but I feel like we definitely rallied back together, and we got the win by the end of the day.
What do you feel like you guys have to improve on up front this week at Georgia State?
I know Georgia State, man, they got a little bit of a tricky backfield as well, just a little bit similar to not Florida State, but App State. And I feel like that we just gotta ignore the eye candy, man. We just gotta stop the run. Whatever they throw at us, man, we gotta make sure we gotta stop them at the line of scrimmage, because I know once we stop the run, we gotta have some fun in the third down. We get the pass rush, so we gotta stop that run, man. Whatever they throw at us, we gotta hold that foundation up front, and then also in the back three with our linebackers in the secondary as well. Once we get that taken care of, man, I feel like we'll have that game where we want to have it.
You guys kind of anxious to get that taste out of your mouth and get back on the field and make things right, I guess?
Repeat that question.
Are you anxious to get back on the field just to get that kind of bad taste out of your mouth?
I feel like what Coach Brown does is we have a 24-hour rule after we get done on Saturdays. We get that 24-hour rule, man, just we celebrate the win, or Lord forbid that we have a loss. We just we reassess what's happened in that game, film study, position meeting, team meeting, all that other kind of stuff. Talk about it, everything that's happened in that point, and then after that, we don't talk about it anymore. We just get back to grinding like we usually do. Get that Monday off, and then Tuesday we coming back and rolling. So I don't really call it anxiety. I feel like we're just ready to get after it the next week, man. We put the last week behind us to move on to the next one.
Along those lines, is there a significant interest in seeing how you guys progress this week and then seeing it play out on Saturday, given what just transpired?
I mean, of course you want to see what can we do to improve in the next week, and I know that's especially with how Coach Chiz wants us to do, Coach Warren and the rest of the staff as well. I feel like we're going to have a better plan this week. We have total confidence in Coach Chiz and what we need to do, and I feel like we can definitely execute it this week, and I'm more than excited to get back to it this week, man. It's football season, man. We got to be excited. We in week 3. So, who's not excited? So I feel like we're going to have a great plan this week. We got total confidence in Coach Chiz and the rest of the staff and what we're going to put forth, and can't wait to put on a show this weekend in Atlanta.
We heard the word accountability thrown around a lot when we met with a bunch of guys in June and then throughout fall camp. What was the accountability on Sunday?
Just the accountability was pretty much just like everybody's just got to do their responsibility. And I know there were times where people misfitted, and there was times where people weren't in the right place at the right time. And I mean, like that's just a part of football, you know. Everybody's perfect. Not everybody's perfect. The game of football is not perfect. You're always going to have somebody or some people that's going to misfit. But the thing is, we can't dwell on that. So it's just like on Sundays we have accountability Sunday. See what we did wrong. Hold ourselves accountable to that. Hold other people accountable to that. And once we do that, man, we'll clean the slate after that. We don't mention it anymore. We just, like I said, we go to the next week, have that 24-hour rule, go back to the next week, get back to work.
Kaimon, what was that accountability Sunday like a couple of days ago? Was that a pretty rough one as it goes, for the defense?
I mean, of course, man. I mean, like what was the score? 6-3, 6-1. So I mean, like, yeah, we got 6-1 dropped in our head. So I mean, like, of course, there's going to be a little bit of like that shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, of course, there was a little bit of like I feel like there was more of a self-accountability thing to like we know the standard of our defense. We know the standard of where we need to play at. And for the fact that we did not play to our standard that game, we know that we need to step our game up. We need to stop the run. We need to put more pressure on the quarterback. We need to cover better. All across the board, just as a total defense, we need to do better because we do not want this to happen again. And I feel like everybody knows that, and I feel like carrying on, we're going to really improve. We're going to learn from this game and improve, most definitely.
Is there one area, just to follow up on that real quick, is there one area or one thing just as an entire defense that you are surprised you all are not doing better or performing better at? Like something that you thought, I don't know, might have been a strength or you weren't concerned about and 2 games in, you're like, geez, that's not as good as I thought it would be?
No, honestly, I mean, like, just for me as a defensive lineman, I feel like we could have put pressure on the quarterback more. I feel like we could have stopped the run better in the second half as we did in the first. But, I mean, I'm no inside backer. I'm no secondary player, so I'm not finna just say that they need to do something better, even though that's not my field of play. So I feel like they obviously know where they need to improve the inside linebackers and the secondary. And I know with me being a D lineman as well, I know what I need to do and the rest of the D linemen need to do in order to improve. So we already know what we need to do, and I feel like we can execute that this week.
So to get specifics, like what needs to happen to get more pressure on the quarterback? Like what on tape are y'all not doing to get the quarterback?
I mean, honestly, we just gotta pass rush better. I know it's just like for us. I mean, we had 1 sack to App State's, I think 3 or 4. So there's not really a specific plan of what we need to do. We just need to pass rush better. We need to be more aggressive up front with our pass rushing, and I feel like we can bring that, man. I just feel like we need to get out of that little like I'm afraid to make a mistake box and just let loose, man. I feel like once we do that and we just play with total confidence, man, I'm telling you, man, we got a dangerous defense, man. Everybody can say what they want, but we got a very dangerous defense.
And same question for the run defense. What things can you do better typically to fine-tune that? Is there anything that stands on tape that Chiswick and coaches have stressed?
Not anything specific, man. We just got to do what we do. That's it. We have a plan. We got a playbook that we're given in the beginning of the week. We got practices Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got to apply those things, and we just got to stay attentive to those when it comes to Saturday. We can't make any mistakes like we did on last week. So as long as we do those things, man, then I have no concerns.
All right. One more real quick. Kaimon, when you're talking about the making the play, Noah holding Chase Price up, and you get there, I think Seth Gray said to put the nail in the coffin. Mm-hmm. What was that feeling like just in that moment? Like, I almost feel like you talk about it with relief, but was it relief? Was it joy? What was it like in that moment for you?
It was a mix. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was a mix of joy, relief. Honestly, I thought this man stretched at the last second. I was just like, wait, did this man stretch over? I didn't even know. That's when the play was made, I didn't jump up immediately because I made sure I had to make sure this man was down or he had no chance of getting into the end zone. But just in that moment, man, once I finally realized hey man, you and Noah made that play, I was like, it was a sense of relief. It was a sense of joy, man, just to know that, like you said, man, it's that nail in the coffin at the end of the game, man. Like I said, man, everything that I do on that field, man, I give honor and glory to God, Jesus Christ, man. So, he gave me the ability to make that play at the end, and I couldn't thank him enough.
Amen.
That's a good way to end.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Kaimon.